Over the past year, I've been building up a portfolio of my work that displays the best of my art, animation, VFX, and games design skills. So in this video, I'll be showing you some of my best work that I've produced over the year, and how I've improved since the beginning of the course. So to start with the drawings, we have my BB-8 drawing that I did fairly recently actually, and I used a variety of pencils such as 6B all the way to HB, and I also used coloured pencils for this as well to bring out the colour of BB-8. So yeah, I'm really proud of this, and I'm really proud of the techniques I use such as smudging and stuff like that. And next we have the concept art for Remember, which is a game myself and other people worked on during the Global Game Jam. This is basically just concepts for characters and designs for levels and so on, which I'm really happy with. And here we have some concept art for some UFOs that for the VFX sequence we were doing. Yeah, I'm really happy with the designs I came up with, and yeah, I'm actually really proud of these because they actually shaped the overall look of how the VFX sequence was going to go. And what you're about to see is two character concepts that I created at the beginning of the year. These being for 8-Bit Adrian, which is a group game that we created at the beginning of the year, myself and other classmates. And this is a concept art for Adrian, which is the main protagonist, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I mean, I didn't use as much of a variety of pencils like 6B because I didn't really have that at the beginning of the year, plus this was just like a quick character concept. But I'm really happy with how these turned out and how they fit into the actual game itself, and how they fit in with the storyline and so on. And next up we have this drawing of a mushroom house that I did purely in Photoshop with brush presets that I'd created myself. And yeah, I'm really happy with this, how it turned out, and this is probably one of the first pieces of digital art I've done, and to be honest I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially with all the colours and whatnot. And next we have the concept art for the Curbinator, which is a character from Next Gen Reality. I'll get onto this later on in the video in the 3D model part, because I will include the model which it evolved into. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this concept art turned out. And here we have a drawing of a Stormtrooper helmet that I produced not that long ago. I used the same kind of pencils that I did for the BB-8 drawing. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now for my animation, I started off with just simple animations like the one you see on screen now, which is just the box going round in the square and shrinking. And then I went on to actually applying some of the principles of animation, like as you can see with these bouncing balls here. You've got squash and stretch and so on. And yeah, then I started animating stuff for our VFX sequence, like the Next Gen News logo and so on and so on. And now we have one of my best animations that I've done whilst I've been on this course, which is the Pixar inspired animation, which is basically one of my assets, Jim Bongs, like bouncing along, and then on my name squishes the O, down comes Next Gen, down comes the Curbinator, and then boom, done, Next Gen. So yeah, that is one of my best animations. And then I went on to animating some more stuff for our VFX sequence, like the movement of the UFOs, and so that could be applied into the scene and so on. And there you go, is the footage that without it being fully composited. And overall, I'm really proud of how my animations came along over this year, and yeah, I've really enjoyed using the 12 principles animation and so on. And yeah, I've mainly been focusing on using Maya and After Effects just for general animating and compositing sequences. This is one of the first techniques I learned at the beginning of the VFX part of the course, which is the lightsaber effect, and I'm really happy with how this turned out for it being my first roto job and whatnot. And yeah, I'm overall really happy with it, to be honest. And next we have our group's VFX sequence, which is the UFO invasion. And yeah, what you're seeing now is basically Louis directing the cast and so on, and me on the camera. Yeah, this is one of the early mock-ups that I've done of the sequence without the VFX, and I'm really happy with it actually, because it gave everyone quite a good idea of where to edit stuff and how to make decisions when editing. Yeah, and what you see now is the final render of the whole thing with the VFX. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out, to be honest. And I think I've definitely picked up some really good skills whilst editing this VFX shot as well, like digital, handheld stuff like that. And for safety reasons for the VFX shoot, we had to fill out a risk assessment, which I was in charge of. And yeah, I've had experience with filling out a risk assessment as well, which I'm quite happy how it turned out, to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, for the software, I used After Effects, Premiere Pro and Maya for animating, and I really like these programs, and I think I've definitely improved in these programs since the beginning of the year. I feel more confident in these programs as well, and with editing the VFX sequence. This is a Lego Batman model that I made at near the beginning of the year, which was basically when I knew nothing about the tools in 3ds Max and so on. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I mean, it's not textured, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And up next we have Jim Bonks, which is a character I created for our group game Next Gen Reality, and I'm really happy with how Jim turned out. And yeah, I'm really happy with his texture and how he turned out. Next up we have the Kerbinator, which is another character from Next Gen Reality. He is a mix between Kirby and the Terminator, and yeah, I'm really happy with his texture as well and how he turned out as well. And here we have some low poly hands that I made for Next Gen Reality as well. These were scrapped though, and they weren't included in the final game due to the fact that just time and so on. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. And here we have one of my best textured models I've probably done all year, which is of a Starbucks cup, which is for an Unreal project that the class was doing. And yeah, I'm really happy with how I textured this and how it turned out in the end. Again, here's another model for the class Unreal project, which is a light switch, which I'm also very happy with and how it's textured. And I mean, it is just a little model, but I am really proud of it and how it's textured. And last but not least, we have my Stormtrooper helmet model, which I started in December of 2015. I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. As you can see, it's not really finished yet, but it is in the finishing stages. But I am very happy with how it's looking so far. And for all the models you've just seen, I have been using 3ds Max, and I think I've definitely improved in this program since the beginning of the year. Now we have games design. This is the pitch for Next Gen Reality. I'm really happy with how this pitch turned out. The team worked really well on this, and yeah, it's one of the best pitches we've probably done to date. And it was basically just talking about enemy inspirations and enemy sketches and concepts and so on and so forth. And now on to the global game jam. Now for this one, I created many sprites for the game that myself and the rest of the group created. And if you remember the concept art from earlier, this is the sprites that they turned into. And yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I did them myself, and I'm really proud with them, to be honest. And here's some gameplay just so you can see. and I ended up pitching the game to the class and other people on stream as well. And the following February, Game Blast came around, and myself and 2 other students, we decided to create a game. And yeah, this game was Cateless Heroes, and it turned out to be amazing. Here's some assets that I created. It's kind of like Hotline Miami, if you've played it, but it's you save people. So yeah, pretty much. Here's a map that I created as well, with you know, just like an apartment building, you know, like hallway and kitchen, stuff like that. And yeah, and here's some assets, individual sprites that will be later put into the game. Yeah, I'm really happy with all of these. So yeah, and I've definitely improved in my pixel art as well, which I'm happy with. So yeah.